Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Drinks and Kicks. Grind time for that early morning commute or whenever you feel like listening to us. It's another hydrated episode. Hydrated all summer.
Drink water.
Back. Yes, it's 115 ball sacks outside.
Literally.
If you guys didn't know, we record in Arizona, so it has definitely been hot, especially this past weekend. I think we broke a record the other day, like 115, 117, something like that. Fry an egg on the sidewalk.
It is possible.
Yeah.
It is possible.
It has been tested and tried.
Over
So,
easy.
I've seen that. Cookies.
Sheesh.
Steak. I've seen it all.
So, guys, to kind of kick things off, one thing we wanted to talk about was Nike's unveiling of the new Wemby logo. Jay, did you see it?
Is it the alien that they've been like shopping around?
No, so it's a variation and an update of the alien, kind of just playing a little bit more with negative space. So it's kind of like the bottom of the alien face kind of makes like a W, and then there's a top part that kind of makes it so the eyes, there's kind of a gap up here. So it's just like a modified version of the alien with the bottom of it kind of looking like a W. I don't know. I mean, it's not that exciting.
I actually kind of like it.
Do you like it?
I just like it for the simplistic side of it. Like, it's not too in your face, but it's like subtle.
As long as it's not another number. I mean, I feel like they've done so many weird things with like the players' numbers and their initials. There are some good ones, but there's been some trash ones.
Take the Jaw 4, the Jaw 3 and the Jaw 4, like how they implemented the Nike sign with his name.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I love how they did it on both those shoes. Like this one, you could just slap that on like the heel as a logo and it's fine.
Yeah.
Like that's okay. Like, you don't got to get too extravagant with it, I feel.
Hey, I just looked at it. What do y'all think that the logo kind of looks like a Shiesty mask in a little bit?
A little bit.
Yeah.
The Shiesty logo?
Yeah, you ain't lying.
That's crazy.
The little video they released was interesting too. It's kind of like his face and then it morphs into an alien and then the logo kind of overlaid on top of it. I mean, it's cool. Like you said, it's different. Definitely not on the pantheon of athlete logos. I don't think it's anywhere near the top, but it's cool that it's not just like his jersey number or his like initials. Which we kind of wanted to talk about that as well. Like, what, in your opinion, are your favorite athlete logos?
Man, it's too easy. Like Jordan Brand for
I would say
for
Jumpman aside, because we always like Jumpman's top. Like,
that's
nothing's
pinnacle.
passing the Jumpman.
You know, I'll say that Penny. I
Yeah,
really like his.
the half cent is there.
Yeah.
Yep.
AI.
Yeah,
Yep.
AI.
AI would have been on my list too. I think AI's
I'll throw LeBron in there.
the crown 2-3.
Yeah, like I think it's cool for how it looked. Could they do a little more with it? Sure, but I think like for its time, it was actually really cool.
I'm about to give y'all a hot take on that too.
Okay.
The Shaq logo with hanging on the rim.
Oh yeah, the Dunk Man.
The Dunk Man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. No, I say that's out there too.
How about of the newer classmen? Like, what do you guys think of? I mean, we mentioned Ja a second ago. I'm trying to think of like who else.
Does Shea have one?
I like
He
ants.
does. It's that weird like 7L looking logo.
Yeah, like his, I don't mind too much. I think it's just more so I need to see how it's gonna look on a Nike official Nike shoe now. I'm trying to think who else has one. Asia's I actually like.
Asia Wilson.
Yeah.
Trying to think of Luca. I actually like Luca's. Trying to think who else off the top. Books is
tough.
really like a sans serif font with the stupid little Nike check at the end of the word book. Trying to think of who else has one. Cade Cunningham. Was that the one that was the star?
I think so.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm trying to think of who else off the new class.
Does Caitlin have one?
The AJ Batista one that
it's
he was.
it's that intertwined C.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it kind of looks like
And
one
then
of the concepts logos.
AJ, I have not
AJ's
seen his.
the one that they was shopping around, but they was like, "Oh no, it's like copyright infringement or something like that."
Oh, gotcha.
That one was tough.
Wasn't that another star?
I think so.
It's the way they shortened some of the angles of it where it's like, oh, it's initials like on every single slide that you look at it.
You know who logo needs some work though? Jason Tatum and Zion Williamson's.
Look, bro.
Zion
Actually,
Dunskies.
here's a hot take. Is Zion gonna be a Jordan athlete here in the next few years?
He about to be a Walmart athlete in the next few years.
Look,
I don't know, man. They were showing some pictures of him over the summer. Man's been working in the gym.
hey, look.
They do that every summer. That ain't nothing new.
Look, man. That's like when Ben Simmons used to pop that 1-3 in every training video.
Like, yeah, he got it now. Benny about to be cooking now. He's Steph 3.0.
Exactly. I'm like, man, you can miss me with that. Look, we know Zion like to eat, and he likes his
Got a women
adult
problem too.
stars.
Yeah.
I just want to see him make it through half the season. Like, can we get like a 80 game, like at least?
We'll
Like,
never get it. The last time Zion had a complete season was that ticket right there on the mantle when he blew the shoe out.
yeesh.
That's the last time he ever had a good
You ain't
season.
lying. You is not lying.
He got cursed. He should have came to UNC like he is supposed to.
Oh, that's where the Zion hate really comes
You
from.
feel me?
There's extra animosity behind
And he
that
from
one.
South Carolina too. He ain't from North Carolina. He from South Carolina.
Oh,
so
that's crazy.
yeah, that add to it a little bit.
Yeah, man. On the topic of sports athlete logos and things of the like, we're talking about some PEs. Football season is about to get in full start. A lot of people are in training camp for the NFL. What are your thoughts on like PEs as it relates to like schools and cleats and stuff like that? Do you have any top favorites that come to mind?
Man, I told y'all this off camera. I had to be a broker for a little bit. What the thing that they do is that with a lot of these schools, when it comes to PEs, back in the day, you know, it used to be highly illegal for students to make money off their name and likeness before NIL. So back in the day, they had to wait until they graduated to get their PE. So when I graduated in 2020, my line brother Alan that played at UNC, he played football there. Shout out Alan, that's the homie. They gave him like a bunch of PE, so he hit my line. We in the middle of COVID. He like, yo, how can I flip these and how much bread can I get? So I can, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what they kind of came up to. But one of the cool PEs, and I think the coolest one I seen through that time period was probably the Jordan 6 after they had won the championship with the trophies on the back. And then I want to say they had like a dang, what was it? It was like a 11 low that they had. It was like a cleat though.
Yeah.
So those was pretty cool. But I think when it comes to PEs, yo, Oregon will forever dominate the PE game. UNC second. And I think, you know what I'm saying, like a school like Marquette is a sleeper.
Yeah, I think the Oregon thing is so unfair though. Like the fact that the founders of Nike started out at Oregon, like of course they're forever gonna get love from Nike. So they get a ridiculous amount of PEs, man.
Facts.
And it's not just cleats, it's like wearable sneakers too. Like we all know the countless amount of Jordan PEs they've had, the 5, 14, the 3s, 4s, like they've had so many dope PEs. So I don't think it's even fair to compare.
I was telling Jay earlier, I actually have a YouTube video on my personal channel where a good friend of mine that owned a sneaker shop here, shout out to him, Charles Scholar, former owner of Legend Phoenix. He had one of 23 Jordan 4 UNC PEs.
That's one of them too with the stripes, right? Yeah, that was one of them.
Stripes? I don't know if it was with the stripes exactly.
It had like a diamond shape.
The pattern?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
I
pattern.
know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But, you know, it was crazy getting to actually look at that shoe in person and actually hold it because I'm like, man, like, I'm holding like something that's worth like probably 10K at the time. And it's like the fact that this dude is letting me hold this is kind of crazy. But I think it was funny. It led to somebody coming in a few days after I dropped the video and buying them. So that was kind of cool. Like that was a cool shoe to like actually sit there and look at. But to your point about Oregon, oh yeah, it's such an unfair advantage, dude.
I don't even know like how many they get a year, but it's
I've heard
forever on the radar.
A good friend of mine, he's good friends with a former linebacker that played at Oregon, and he was telling me like he had like closets full of PEs, like from cleats to like just regular like hoop shoes and all that. But of course, though, you're literally on Nike's turf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can grab whatever you want, or they're just gonna give you whatever. So I get it, but it's kind of an unfair advantage, no matter how you look at it.
I wonder how much that affects people's decisions to go there too, because I'm sure a lot of people are going there just to try to get all the free PE stuff that they
I
get.
would.
See, that's
I would.
that's kind of the crazy part about having like friends that's like athletes and stuff and like just crossing paths with a lot of those guys. The wildest thing is like I have like a couple guys I play 2K and stuff with. They play football at NC State. They'd be like, man, only reason why people go to UNC is because they got a Nike scholarship. Nobody don't want to wear Adidas with NC State, but we want there because we the powerhouse. And it's just like, man, I think a lot of them sometimes make those decisions based off of like who's the school sponsor.
Yeah.
Because you got to look at what's the school? I think it's Georgia. Maybe it was Georgia. It was some big college this year that like they were struggling to get recruits. Like they had a power school, but it was their like who their sponsor was and something. So like for some people, that is a determining factor because you got to think about it. Once they get to the pros, who they gonna sign with?
Yeah.
If they've been like a Nike athlete all 4 years of college, they're gonna be a Nike athlete in the NFL or NBA.
That actually would be a cool statistic to look at personally. Sorry, I get to nerd out over the numbers sometimes. But like knowing that number of how many athletes, like you just said, you went to a school that was sponsored by Nike. So it's like you already have an affiliation and you probably know people over there that when you get into the league, you end up signing with Nike as opposed to, you know, Adidas or like one of the other guys. It'd be interesting to see that percentage. I'm sure it lines up pretty well. But there are those instances where they'll, you know, sign, I mean, a bigger name person like a Zion or something like that. One of those guys who was like the top recruits, top 10 picks, lottery picks, going with a different brand. But it'd be interesting to see how many of them like just continue to go with whoever their college was sponsored by.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
Oh,
But
100%.
yeah, the PE game in general is insane. Like there was a dude here who when we did the first couple of Heated Souls, all his table was PEs. And he had like 6 or 7 tables just full of PEs. Like that's what that dude collected. So
Yeah.
there's been so many dope PEs over the years.
But then I think the problem is with that too, you have to be very careful because those at times can be fakes.
Yeah.
Now,
Fakes and stolen.
exactly. Now, I have a pretty controversial hot take regarding fakes. I don't necessarily care. And I'm not saying I don't see a problem with it. No, I do. But then I also tell people, I don't think you should care, especially when it's not your money that is being spent on them. Because to me, like, what's the number one thing we've always been taught as grown men? Pocket watching is one of the weirdest things.
Stop pocket watching, dog.
So I look at people that hate on people buying fakes, and I'm like, buddy, focus on what you need to do. Like, that's none of your business in my eyes. So it's like, to me, I don't necessarily care about fakes or people buying them. I just don't like trying to pass them off as real and selling them for real prices.
Yeah, trying to buy something fake to sell it is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like if I mean, it's a different thing if you get got. You've heard so many stories of people getting got buying fakes. That thing I think is definitely knowledge based. Also, like increase your knowledge about how to spot them.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're buying them to wear them, like that's on you, man. Like, do you? I just don't understand the whole stigma of it's like the wanting to fit in thing. Like to go to that extent to want to wear something that you're gonna buy the fake version of it. But
But even today with these kids today, like I feel like they're more comfortable wearing fake stuff. Like there's social media influencers, the people that make content of them going out and openly selling fake stuff. And sometimes they filming content with like other people trying to rob them for the fakes. Like we don't got to a time period where people is robbing over fakes, dog.
that's crazy.
Now, like even then,
Wicked.
too, though. Sorry to cut you off.
You
but
good, brother?
This point came to me. Realistically, I think the whole this new generation being comfortable to wear fakes. I think it more so boils down to the fact of like, which I saw somebody make this point too. We didn't teach this newer generation how to be sneakerheads, and that's where it led to.
Social media did COVID.
Exactly. So
Who
it's
raised
like,
y'all?
yeah, it's crazy to see. But, you know, at the end of the day, though, it's like, look, charge it to the game, homie. And also, another point, too, this is my original point. It just came back to me. If you bought from StockX, there's a high chance you have a fake in your collection and you just don't know.
I might have to disagree with that
Well,
one.
okay. But
I know too many people that work there to say that.
no, but I
I'm
know
scared
people
now.
that
I got a
work.
couple shoes from StockX.
So
Yeah.
here's what's funny. I know a gentleman that has previously worked there, and he told me out of his mouth, like, bro, they literally forced me to pass fake stuff because the seller had such a high rating that it would have been bad business if we didn't allow him to sell.
Yeah.
But again, to each their own, because I know you got plenty of connects in this game, but being told that, I'm like, I could honestly believe it, bro.
That's the thing too, is like there's like the corroboration of it. I would say it's not unbelievable to think, because you gotta think if people are moving so much volume, and that's not even through the platform, like even through a store, like people are moving so much volume. Like they always talked about 2Js with Urban Necessities, similar stories kind of coming up too. Like if you're selling hundreds of pairs, like there's bound to be a certain percentage of them that kind of make it through.
But even with you, because let me ask, have y'all been to UN before all the stuff happened?
I've been to
Nah.
before. I never even went to the Caesars location.
Oh,
But
okay.
I've been to it before when they were in the mall that was like off the strip.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been there, but I never went when they went to
So,
Caesars.
I went to the Caesars one. I've been to the Caesars one 2 or 3 times before what it is now. Look, bro. I'm just saying what I gotta say. This nigga was selling fakes. Let's just be honest. Like, bro, you can't tell me you have like multiple Stussy dunks. Give me a shoe that came out in early 2000s, and you have multiples that aren't like,
Coming apart.
yeah, like, no way. No way.
Something that I've noticed though in the SB community is that like a lot of times, like say those Stussy dunks or you know what I'm saying, whatever dunk it is like limited or rare at that time period. What a lot of them is doing is getting replicas. And then they're swapping over the soles into the authentic one where the upper is still authentic, but the lower is
They use the
Yeah.
replica to
Exactly.
resell.
So they're doing that, and then you got to also think too. They're cool with the skaters or the other different, you know, what I'm saying athletes who was getting all these shoes in abundance, and they probably knocking them off in like card games or somebody's falling short and selling them. Chance just came out. Chance the Rapper came out probably like a week ago. I had seen a clip with him and the SneakerCon guys, and they was like, there's a video of Kanye giving you a Red October. Like, where is this Red October? You know how much it's worth now? He's like, man, I sold my pair for $300.
Damn.
Real, hey, run this clip whenever you run the clip and put it in the background to verify. But you know what I'm saying? Like, if rappers is doing that, imagine what other people's doing.
True.
Times get rough, man. People got to offload stuff. I mean, we've seen it happen several times. So that, I mean, 300 is outrageous, especially for that shoe. Because even at the time, it wasn't anywhere near where it's ballooned to. I mean, at its peak, probably like 20K. But even still back then, you could have at least got a band for it, 800 something.
People was trading cars for Yeezys and Galaxies.
That's crazy.
Which is crazy to think, but you know what? Hey, charge it to the game, homie. Charge it to the game.
In the same vein of sports, one thing we wanted to touch on, news that kind of happened for us locally. Kelsey Plumlee got traded to the Mercury. I think I seen that yesterday. As of recording, it was the day before. I know y'all were pretty excited.
Oh, I was at the game yesterday.
Yeah.
So, you know, so let me just say this. Actually being at the game and watching like how the Mercury play, like it's definitely a necessary trade because Alyssa Thomas is a good floor general, but they need like a true point. And I mean, well, they need a true point that can shoot. That was the bigger problem
Mm,
because I realized with her, like, she's just not a good outside scorer. Great inside scorer, I will say that, and a really good floor general. But it's like you need somebody that can stretch the floor out. So KP, I mean, plus also KP just chill. Like let's just be real, KP just chill. So I'm excited.
We got to ask Mac, is he shooting his shot?
Oh, absolutely, bro.
Hey,
yeah, I don't watch the W enough to know, but I know she's one of the bigger names, so definitely her coming to the Mercury should help out. Hopefully, especially bring some more attention to the team.
Hey, look, I just need to say this, KP. I know you may not ever see this, but you know you're welcome on the pod. You know whether it's grind time, whether it's the Macism effect, you know, like come on through. You know,
Yes,
I'm definitely shooting my shot. I'm kidding, partially, but yeah.
for the people at home, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Shout out my boy Mac, man.
Exactly, man. Out here like Kobe, man.
You feel me?
Shooting spin jumpers on 3 people.
So moving along, we were talking about PEs a second ago too. It's like being one vein of collecting. I think that's one thing that's missing nowadays. I feel like everyone collects everything when it comes to sneakers. I don't know. I remember like I talked about Heated Soul earlier, and like one of the things from those early days that I remember is having like people with distinct tables where they only collected one thing. Like there was a table where a guy only had infrared Air Max 90s, like from multiple releases and multiple versions, and that's all he really collected. It feels like now everyone's kind of spread out and getting everything. What's your approach to that? Is there anything that you only collect? I know SBs is one thing that you mainly collect too, but you got pretty high on Jordans a couple of times, mentioning getting hyped for like 7s and 14s.
Yeah.
What's your approach when it comes to like how you build your collection?
I know we touched on this last week with the nostalgia aspect, and I know you guys is against the nostalgia aspect of sometimes, but
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Hold on. Chill out. First things first. I'm not against nostalgia. I'm against like the reason of why you're nostalgic.
facts.
Like, because there's a difference between like, oh, like I've just always collected these versus like, man, I remember back in 5th grade. Like, bro, I don't need to hear a whole story. Just buy the freaking shoe.
So it's one of those things like when I look at a collection or look at different sneakers that's in the collection, I see like for me it's a lot of Air Max 95s, SBs, 3s, you know what I'm saying, a couple ones here and there, and then like OG Nike basketball. The OG Nike basketball portion kind of comes from like my cousins and uncles. That's what they was wearing when I was growing up. 95, same thing. Like you just can't go wrong with a pair of 95s. But the SB wave is more so just like, I feel like it's one of those silhouettes where you can just go crazy on it. And then as like, as an artist and as a creative, I respect the game of what this person just created. So it's like, I got to have it in the collection. So it's like, I approach it from an aspect of OGs, like OG colorways, never go wrong. And then just like the artistic approach that a lot of people take on the SBs and 95. So
yeah. Is there anything besides sneakers that you collect? I know, I mean, everyone at home can't see the room, but my man Jay got a bunch of like vinyl and stuff up here on the wall. So I would say that's probably one of them too.
Vinyl for sure. I love vinyls, man. It's just like, I feel like we live in a day and age now where we consume media completely different from what we grew up on.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like sometimes it's needed to make sure you're still connected with that aspect of life so you don't lose that touch.
Yeah.
So like vinyls, hats, and cars, man, like wheels and car parts. Like,
yeah, hat. So you collect hats also?
yeah, like Hat Club. Shout out to Hat Club. Shout out to Jada Plug. You know what I'm saying? Nat too. Shout out to all those guys, man. They do a lot of great work in Phoenix. And you know what I'm saying? Like, hopefully I can work with them one day on something. But yeah, hats for sure, bro. That just, it goes with that's your ensemble when you get putting your fix together. You start head to toe. You can't mess it up, man. So
Yeah, despite not wearing hats too much, yeah, that's one thing I would say I probably collect too. I mean, not as much anymore, just because I really don't wear. Despite having like a bunch of hats, I probably have like over 150 to 200 just chilling in the closet,
sheesh.
despite not wearing them. Like it's ridiculous. But that's kind of a hack too. I used to work at like Lids, so that's a big part of where that comes from. But on top of the sneaker stuff too, and like my approach is a little bit different, trying to be a little bit more diverse as far as like brand wise. I'm a big New Balance guy. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned that before on the pod, but like I have a pretty big like New Balance collection. I don't really collect Jordans as much. Despite as much as we like talk about it. It's just comfortability, man. Like Jordan 1s is something I have a lot of pairs of. But my big thing is like New Balance because of comfort and like the style. Air Maxes for sure. Pretty much big Air Max collection. I do like Dunks and SBs. So the recent wave when that came back, it was a little exciting, but it got out of hand with like however many colorways they were making. It's just like,
Resellers too, yo.
yeah, man, that kind of messed that whole thing up. But I love a good dunk low, especially like an SB. I'm trying to keep it within that vein. Otherwise, it gets out of hand, man. There's too much stuff that comes out. Yeah.
You can't even keep track of this stuff no more.
Yeah. It's the pockets, bro. Like you have so many releases coming out every freaking month. It's even week. I shouldn't even say month. It's almost a daily thing now.
Facts.
Yeah, you got to keep control of that thing or else it gets out of hand for sure.
Amen.
Mac, what about you?
So I guess on the sneaker side, I mean, obviously everybody knows Janowski's, of course. And I mean, it's kind of funny too, like how I was showing y'all that one day we were recording like Janowski's you had never even heard
Yeah.
that I sadly just could never get my hands on. So that sucks. Like I still want one of them fragment ones so bad. Which yes, there is a fragment Janowski collab. But not like I've always been kind of criticized at times for my sneaker collection because a lot of people think I only go for collabs, and I'm like, no, I just more so like the colors. Like
Yeah.
that's really all it is. Like heck, I'm actually wearing one right now that y'all may have never seen, which
April.
no,
No.
these aren't April's.
No.
No. Because my April's microwave story. So
Oh, the seal.
Soul.
Souls.
These are the Casina Dunks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I swore I
You've
thought
never
those was
seen these,
yeah,
have you?
nah, I haven't.
Yeah. So another one that I picked up from Legend Phoenix actually some years ago. So these came out just strictly South Korea exclusive, but then Nike dropped them on I think the actual website, not even sneakers, like super quick, and then whoever got them. So
Think it was an accident?
oh no, from what I understand, it wasn't like it was
Mm.
intended, but it was so quick. Like if you got them, you got them. So last I remembered, I was one of 3 people in Arizona to actually have a pair of these. Because one of the other ones that I know of, he has both pairs. Now, yes, it is a collab, but realistically, it's like it's one of those lesser known collabs.
Who's
like,
the official collab with?
Casino.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it a skate shop?
So to my understanding, they're not a skate shop. They are a like kind of streetwear shop. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So realistically, for me, I like collecting shoes that I know not too many people are going to have.
Yeah.
So not too many people know about because it's a good conversation starter. Now, outside of sneakers, I mean, like, I do have a vintage baseball jersey collection that I'm constantly
Nice.
working on. And the funny part, I don't even like baseball.
The
Like,
jersey's sick though.
exactly. But I mean, collect skateboard decks, but I strictly only collect like my favorite skateboarders. So have Deshaun Jordan's first April deck, have Shane O'Neal's April deck. I need to get a Yuto Horigome one. I need to get an Eric Costin one. And there's a few others, but
A girl costing deck would be crazy.
Oh yeah, yeah. I need to get a Paul Rodriguez primitive deck. I would love a Plan B one, but I doubt I'll find one if I'm being honest. But nah. So to the point of collecting other things for sneakerheads, I think it's interesting that even though we all do collect sneakers, like we all have something else outside of sneakers or that's kind of linked to sneakers in a
Mhm.
sense. But, I think it's cool because it's a great conversation starter regardless.
Yeah, this is a crazy thing too. Is you can't have too many. I feel like with it being such an expensive hobby, sneakers in general, like you gotta reel it in. One thing people were asking me before is like Funko Pops. It's like, nah, man, I can only have so many things, bro. I don't need another thing to
I
throw money at.
I
It's
don't
ridiculous.
understand it, to be honest. Funko Pops, I don't get it, but that's just me though.
They just overkill. They had way too many licenses. Like they make versions of Pops for just about everything. I'm like, dude, this thing is overkill. Like you guys need to scale it back.
That's how you kill a market, though, man.
Yeah, and which I heard was actually down. I know a couple of people that were like into the pops and stuff, and I think the market has definitely turned in the bad direction for them as well. Similar to like sneakers, I guess a lot of people are saying that there's a little bit of a parallel there. But that's gonna be it, guys, for the topics this week. This thing we want to get into is for the releases for upcoming the week of the 4th, so it should be the 3rd through the 10th. This next upcoming week. Some of the things that are coming out, you guys want to keep an eye out for.
You just made the list!
It's coming out August 5th. Took a look at that a second ago. Wasn't very impressed, Jay. What are your thoughts?
Skip.
Skip? That's a skip for sure. The Jordan 13 wings. Have you seen those?
They look like Altitude 13s and stuff, or Black Cat. They
Yeah.
skip too.
They have that. All of the wings have some kind of like reveal. I want to say gimmick to them. This one you can cut off the size panel, and they have like this colorful graphic stuff printed on the side of the shoe. Wasn't that impressed with that, but it actually doesn't look bad. I forgot that specific method that they use to repair like denim in Japan, where they make those like crosses. That's what's kind of printed on the side of it or stitched on the side of it of the panel that you cut off. It looks pretty cool like that. But it's
the cutoff looks
Yeah.
way better.
but once you
Oh,
actually
look at
cut it
that.
off and reveal it, I didn't like the graphic underneath. It kind of looked childish, to be honest. Like getting DB vibes when you see it. So I preferred it not cut off, but again, not a big Jordan collector to begin with. So for me, that's a pass. But if you like that shoe's coming out August 6th. Another shoe coming out that same day is the Jordan 3 Laser.
Trash.
Have you seen it?
Boo boo.
Trash.
Boo boo?
Boo boo.
No, Mac didn't feel it. I didn't think it was too bad. It reminds me of kind of like that sample that they had before. I used to work with Vic Almighty. Like he's posted it and had it in the studio a couple of times. So that sample looks pretty dope. But the production model, I'm kind of like, I wouldn't purchase it, but it's interesting. But if that tickles your boat, man, that's coming out on the 6th as well. Another thing we got coming out on the 7th was the Air Force One Low House of Different Colors. That one I wasn't familiar with. What is that, Jay?
So that one is kind of like it's like an orange fur Air Force
Okay.
One. It's in the 07 shape, so it has the better shape. I think it was revealed at like the Paris Fashion Week or something like that. Whenever they had went over there a couple weeks ago. And so I mean it's a all right colorway. I feel like the fashionistas and the fashion guys will probably swag it out, but not everyday wear.
Nah, pass. All right. Oh, this one's coming back. I saw this on the list. I just saw some posts about this online. The Meteorology KD6 is coming back out on August 8th. What are your thoughts on that one?
I feel like I'm getting old, bro. For sure. I graduated 2016, so 10 years ago. But when I was in high school, the KD6 was like did numbers. Everybody
Yes.
had that, especially that one. So it's cool to see it come back. I don't know if it has like a place in the current climate, but that's a classic sneaker for sure, for sure.
The one thing I'm curious about with them retroing some of the basketball stuff is like, are they intending these retros to be more a lifestyle, or are they saying, hey, you enjoyed playing basketball on this? Like, look, here's another version you can play it in again. I don't understand like your point where the marketing kind of lines up.
They're just shopping nostalgia. That's the only thing.
Yeah, and if it's gonna go like any of the KD4s are gonna go, I don't think this is gonna sell. I think it's gonna sit. But if you're a big KD6 guy and you missed it out, man, that's coming back for you. Another shoe we got coming out that same day, the A6 Jao Cayano Candy. That one I haven't seen. Jay, what did that one look like?
So that's the Vandy. It was a correction. My bad.
Oh, it auto corrected on the note.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
So it's the Vandy. The Vandys, they look pretty cool. It's kind of like a play on the Chocolate City New Balances. It's
Okay.
kind of in that same color palette a little bit. It's like a white. One of them is like a white primary, and another one's like a cream color. I feel like they will actually do good.
Yeah.
That's going to be like a perfect
that's not bad.
fall / like
Yeah.
whenever sneaker.
Yeah,
So
not bad at all.
Yeah. If you guys mess with A6 and the Cayanos, man, that mesh runner feel, those are going to be out for you August 8th. Another thing coming out the 8th, the Hellstar Adidas collab. That's not the shell toe, is it? That's another one they worked on?
yeah, they kind of like some lemon pepper steppers though. I don't know if we
Ooh.
feeling those.
Yeah, that's probably going to be a pass. The next thing we have, Kobe 8 Mamba Curio. One of my favorite Kobe 8s of all time. Top 3 for sure.
Really?
Never
Yes, I still have the original release of that shoe. That one's coming back out. That's the one that is based off of the soccer boot. So it has that like gradient color into it. It's like a plum fades into like a green. That one is dope in my opinion. I don't know how you guys feel about that one.
That one was hard when it first came out. And that was the era when people was mixing the Adidas soccer pants with those
Yep.
soccer jersey. That's a classic.
Yeah. So the next thing we have coming out is the eggplant. There's 2 eggplant shoes coming out. One of them on the 8th, which is the Jordan 17. Thoughts on that?
The 17s is cool. I like that Jordan and Nike is experimenting with models past 14. I feel like that's what's kind of needed right now. They're cool, but they kind of look kind of generic with the patent leather and stuff like that. So they're
Pass.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the next eggplant shoe is actually coming out the 10th, the Booker 2. I can't believe we're still releasing Booker 2s, but we have another one coming for you
You know,
on the 10th.
I looked at the book too, eggplant. Not bad.
Not
Not
It's
bad?
Not bad. And that's coming from me. So I'm like, dubbed by everybody else, Devin Booker hater. But no, like I will say, I think the book 2, I like the shape of it more over the book 1. Now I do feel like the book 1 is better to play in, from what I've been told by people. But no, like so far, most of the colorways for the 2 I've actually liked.
There's only one that I like so far, and we've already talked about that
Nah,
one.
that's
So
fair. That's fair.
Yo, the Duns,
yes.
they come out on the 5th.
Yeah, I guess the original release wasn't very wide, so it seems like it's getting a wider release on the 5th. We didn't have that one on the list, but if you guys are still on the lookout for that, like I am, which is going to be one of the rare pickups for me this year, I'm definitely going to try to get that one. But that's all we got for you guys this week, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys are sharing the clips. Make sure you guys are liking, subscribing, doing all the good stuff. Until next time, guys, we out.
Drink water.
Stay hydrated.